Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Sports Vault Jersey. Joe Archino back here. And I think on the cusp of Super Bowl 51, everybody's kind of got the same question in mind. Can the Atlanta Falcons beat the Patriots? Do they have a chance? And I think first and foremost, if you're the Atlanta Falcons coaching staff, you better believe that they're going to be studying the film of all the most recent opponents who have beaten the New England Patriots. And it's a very small circle of teams who have been able to beat the Patriots, but the ones that have been able to do so have been in this order. It's been the Broncos, it's been the Ravens, it's been the Giants. The Giants were able to do it twice in the Super Bowl. The Ravens were able to do it in the playoffs. And then, of course, the Broncos just last season in the AFC Championship game were able to get it done. But the thing that those three teams shared in common in beating the Patriots was the consistent defensive pressure that they brought. That is the key. It always has been the key to beating Tom Brady. It's hitting him. It's making him uncomfortable. It's delivering a consistent pass rush. Things that are all easier said than done. But if you have the personnel to execute a game plan like that, that's the key to beating Tom Brady. I don't know if Atlanta has the personnel to do that. I don't think any of us really have seen their defense truly tested in a way like they will be in Super Bowl 51. But I think the thing that you do always have to hold out hope for, and you look at the Falcons and say, is there's no gimmicks with them. This isn't a gimmick offense where they've relied on gimmicky plays at times. This is a real deal offense with tremendous options to go to, a great running game, and Matt Ryan, we all know how good he's been this year. And I think that's also another thing people are maybe a little bit worried about is Matt Ryan. Is he really, does he have the gusto to get it done in this Super Bowl? And I think maybe in the past you would have questioned Stafford's toughness just a little bit in a game like this, his mindset being able to get through it. But I think that Matt Ryan has really become a different quarterback this season. He just seems to be playing with a different confidence. And why wouldn't he be when he has the options on offense that he does? And you hear kind of a continual story that what does Bill Belichick do so well in preparing for the Super Bowl? He takes the team's best weapon away. Well, Julio Jones undoubtedly will be the best offensive talent on the field, regardless of the team, and obviously Bill Belichick will have a lot of work cut out for him to try to take him away from the Falcons. But with that being said, I think when you look at Atlanta, they have many more guys who can step up in place of Julio Jones. And I still do think that Julio Jones is going to be able to get his in this game. Because, again, one of the knocks that you have heard on the Patriots this season is who have they really beaten this year? And I don't really buy into that too much. Good teams are good teams. The Patriots deliver a consistent performance week in, week out. Doesn't matter who they're playing. And we see a lot of good teams, they make those close games, the ones that should be just walkovers, hard, and then they show up for the other games. But the Patriots, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. They are always ready. They are never outcoached. But to me, the thing that I still really struggle to wrap my head around as I try to break down and pick who I want to win Super Bowl 51 is just the huge discrepancy and difference in talent on offense across both sides of the ball. Now, it's been easy to get caught up in offense, and offense really hasn't been what's won the Super Bowl these last few years. I mean, you had the Broncos going up against Seattle with that high-powered offense, Peyton Manning, 50 touchdown passes, unbelievable. And then the Seahawks just dismantled them. Last season, Cam Newton, the Carolina Panthers, tremendous offensive talent. The Broncos had the best defense in the league. They won the Super Bowl behind it. This year, I don't think there's that big of a gap between the best offense, which was the Falcons, and then probably the best defense, which was the Patriots. I don't think that same level of gap exists. I mean, I think this year defensively in the NFL, you could really argue all over the place who the best was. Statistically, New England is definitely the best, if not one of the best. But I think largely that same difference that we've seen in the last couple Super Bowls won't come into play. But when I look at Tom Brady and the options he has on offense without Gronkowski, I mean, you saw how big Hogan came up against the Steelers just in the AFC Championship game last weekend. Now I think when you look ahead to this Falcons game, is Tom Brady really going to be able to do what he did to the Steelers with the talent and the playmakers that he has? Now, New England excels at the short game. They really do. Edelman, Hogan, that's what those guys do best. But when I look at Atlanta offensively, I do think they're going to be able to put points on the board. I think Matt Ryan comes into this game fearless. He has no fear in his mind or in his heart. And he's going to be able to come into this game and really do and carve up this Patriots defense. I just wonder, is it coming to the point now where you look at the playmakers on offense for Tom Brady and say, does he have enough to work with in this game? I don't think any of us are really ready to make the pick and the call on the Super Bowl yet. We still have plenty of time to go until that happens. But these are just the preliminary thoughts that I think are going through all of our minds right now as we get ready for Super Bowl 51. And I think they're all worthy. They're all warranted. At first, I think it's very easy to pick the Patriots because of historically what they have done. And I would admit to you that I'm probably leaning slightly towards New England first. But again, I think sometimes you just consult your gut, and when your gut doesn't like certain things, and there are certain things about New England that I just don't like. I don't think their talent is overwhelming. They've just been able to get by because they're the best where it matters most at head coach and then at the quarterback position. But Atlanta, again, Dan Quinn has done such a good job coaching up this team. He's going to have his guys ready. He's going to be studying the film of the teams who've been able to beat New England. And again, much easier said than done, but I think he's a great coach, and I think that he's going to have his guys ready. And before you know it, we will be on the date of Sunday ready for Super Bowl 51. But until then, thank you for listening, everyone. Jersey, Joe Archino back here with the Sports Vault. Follow me on Twitter at Joe Archino and catch me on Instagram, Jersey_Joe_Archino. And I'll catch everybody in the next episode.